I was out holding an open house over in Cardiff a few weeks back, and one of our escrow reps came in and gave me a market breakdown of some of the reports that you guys have seen on this channel, the Altos reports. And we've done a lot of the cities from Cardiff to Encinitas, San Marcos's, Oceansides, and all that kind of stuff. But I said, you know what we need to do is the whole county. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hop into the report for San Diego County to see what's going on and focus on three main factors. So you guys know what's going on in the real estate market and can kind of at least have an idea of what's happening locally if you're watching a bunch of news and see what's going on across the nation. While some of the trends are the same, it really comes down to each individual neighborhood. So even today's report, San Diego County as a whole, it's pretty broad. Obviously, San Diego County has a lot of different cities, a lot of different neighborhoods. It's pretty darn big. But we're going to give you the bird's eye view. And if you ever want to dive into your specific city, feel free to reach out. All of our contact info is right below if you're thinking about making the move. I'm Chris Erickson with the Beach Life Group, and we got your back when making the move here in San Diego. Now, the three parts of the report that we're going to get into today are pretty good to give you a story of what's going on within San Diego County. One's going to be the market action index, kind of where are we on that scale. The second is going to be inventory. How many homes do we have on the market? And the third will give you an indication of where we are demand-wise, and it's going to be the percent of homes that have had a price decrease. So the first one, the market action index. And this is the index from Altos Research, but it gives you a scale. Are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? I'm going to scroll down here in a sec too and show you where we have been in the past so you can compare, when you've heard the frenzy of what's going on around San Diego, everything's going for crazy amounts. There's a ton of competition. While some of this story still is true, the market action index will give you how much of a degree this story is true. If this is rising very quickly, then you could assume we're heading towards a seller's market. Prices are going to rise. If we're seeing big fluctuations down, then we're heading towards a buyer's market and prices could potentially soften a little bit. Now, the top number is this month. Bottom number is last month. You can see we're trending up a little bit compared to last month. Now, that's nothing too crazy. Going into the spring selling market, you're going to see more homes on the market, but you're also going to see more buyers come out. This is when a lot of people do start their home search. We'll see it ramp up over the next few months. So with this still, I'll show you the inventory levels here in a little bit, but with the number of homes that we have on the market, there's still going to be a bit more buyers out. All right, so let's see where the market action index has been in the past. I'm going to get rid of the 7-day average just to smooth it out a little bit. But here we are right here sitting at 56. Compared to last year, we were sitting at 60, basically 61 right here. Now, when we go into the frenzied market, it tops out at 100. You can see back in April of 2022, this number was peaked. This means we were in a heavy seller's market. There was anything that was popping on, any house, any condition, basically, we were getting multiple offers. They were going for well above list price here in San Diego. But as interest rates did pop up that year, it fell significantly. But even during February of 2022, we were sitting at 92. And as you go backwards in time, here's kind of a standard right before pandemic, right before all that happened. You can see it kind of trended in that 50 mark. So we were still in a seller's market, which a lot of times here in San Diego, we're in a seller's market, but we're still a little bit above that at 56 right now. And it has started to trend up, meaning there is starting to be more competition. And just to give you some real world context of what's going on with buyers and sellers out there, we recently had a team member of ours put a home on the market up in Carlsbad. It is at that entry level, which was $1.15 to $1.2 million range, which is pretty darn high, but that's where we are right now. So it came on the market. It needed some work. It wasn't super dialed in. It had been lived in, obviously, for a while. And so whoever was going to purchase this property was going to put some money behind it as well. It ended up hitting the market, did a few open houses, a ton of traffic through. During that first weekend, they did get 12 offers, multiple offers above list. That property has now closed for $100,000 over where it was listed. It was listed at 115. It closed at 125. So you can see there is still heavy demand, especially in that starter price point. The next number we got to keep eye on is inventory, or the number of homes for sale. So how many homes are actually on the market? One reason inventory, the number of homes, is a good indicator to keep an eye on is because it's an early indicator that sellers are coming back to the market, are returning to the market, and how fast they're coming to the market. Now, if we see rising inventory, Typically, that's going to favor buyers, meaning more homes are coming in the market. So you're going to have more to choose from. There's more competition between each home for sale, whereas you just have one in one neighborhood that's super desirable. Everybody's going to go there. While tightening inventory, meaning less homes coming on the market, is going to typically favor sellers because less homes out there, less competition with still the same buyer pool. So right now we're sitting at 1,453 single family homes on the market here in San Diego. Most of this year, we were pretty flat. We didn't have this big peak up during the summer selling months, the spring to summer selling months. It remained relatively steady throughout the entire year. Last year, we were at 1520, so we're even a little bit less this year. Typical years, you see it kind of pop up here, then you kind of trend down, pop up here and trend down. Now, if we go back to February of 2020, we're sitting 2,500 homes. And then even further back, I call 2019 more or less a normal year. This is before interest rates got super low, before competition got super crazy. But we were well over, can't get back to exactly February, but at the beginning or mid-March, we were sitting about 4,000 homes. So even more than double of where we are right now. Now we expect more homes to come on the market. We expect to see that normal, uptick in the number of homes on the market going into the spring season. We're seeing it anecdotally right now. We haven't seen it come into the data yet, but more homes popping up for our clients to see, more homes in the neighborhoods that we keep an eye on. And back to that Carlsbad house that did sell with multiple offers for well above list price. I just ran the numbers for Carlsbad as a whole, all homes available between $1.15 million and $1.35 million. So right $100,000 spread on either side of where this home sold, and there's one home. So that price point obviously is going to be super competitive. All those other 12 buyers or 11 buyers who missed out on the property are now looking at other properties within that price point if you are specifically looking in Carlsbad. So that just goes to show the number of homes in certain price points in certain neighborhoods is going to really affect how quickly homes sell. The next number is the percent of price decreases for the homes that are currently on the market. And it'll be a good measure of demand. If we're seeing a lot of price decreases, well, then homes are sitting on the market a little longer. Sellers are having to adjust their prices to come to where current buyers at. The typical range here is probably between 30 to 35% of active homes on the market do have a price decrease. Now, if we are well above that, it's going to point to slowing demand. If we are well below that, that means demand is rising. And over these past few years, we have not been anywhere close to that 30 to 35 marker. So here's that 2019 year where we did come down to about 28%. Towards the latter part of the year, got about to that 34, 35%. And then everything has gone down since. So 2020 down, 2021 down, 2022 sitting at only 9.5% of homes had a price decrease. And then you can see we had some sort of rise. Last year, we were sitting right about that 24% marker. Now the trend is going down again, meaning there is still significant demand out there. Now, if this does continue down, it means homes are selling at their original list price. They're not necessarily having to adjust them. Usually this also means that the days on the market, how long it takes to sell a home is going to be down a little bit because there's enough buyers out there to purchase all the homes that are coming onto the market. And so as we keep an eye on all of these three factors going forward, it does still see like we are going into a standard seller's market going into the springtime. But we're not in that frenzied time. Now, like you said, 12 offers does seem like a lot. Some of those offers were investors. In other properties, we had another property over in Olivenhain in the $2.2 to $2.3 million range. We had 3 offers on that one. We're seeing as the price points go up, depending on what neighborhood you're in, the number of buyers out there, the number of offers out there, the time on the market might be a little bit longer. And like I said, it really comes down to your specific neighborhood, your city, what's going on within your neck of the woods. And if you are thinking about buying or selling and you just want to pick our brains, be sure to hit us up in that first link down below in the description. We could dive in, hop on a Zoom call, and really figure out what's happening for your situation because everybody's a little bit different.